and this is Unapologetically Black. All right. Today we have my brother Saz, okay? And
So what's up?
there you go. Like the social media, bro, you got any social media, you got anything, you want them to check you out on. You
Oh, my social media is really just family. I try to stay away
There
from it.
you go. There you go. And I can dig it. I appreciate you speaking it like that. That way I don't look crazy. You know what I mean? 'Cause
Oh no, you good.
you know what I'm saying? It's like, yeah, because sometimes I feel that way. It's like, oh, I'm the only one that don't check it on Instagram, Facebook. I'm not, I'm not tuned in that way, but it's in the blood, as they
yeah,
say, in the
yeah,
DNA.
yeah, yeah.
Okay, now, but I do catch me at that app right there, Nikki Scarpo, FBIG. I don't do the twit tick all of that. I'm just being honest. But like I said, today we got my brother Saz, Osaze. The name's so unique. You know what I mean? So profound. You know what I mean? For real, for real. You definitely got the power of words on your side, bro. Most definitely. But it definitely speak about this guy. So. I don't know what it means.
Okay, Osaze is a Nigerian name. It means one who God likes, one who God favors.
There we go.
Yeah,
Already. And I didn't even know the definition, but I knew, that it sounded,
yeah,
yeah, original.
yeah.
So, you know what I mean? So I'm like, what, but what's understood ain't got to be explained. I didn't know it verbatim, but I'm like, they wouldn't have gave him that name.
Oh
Like,
yeah, and it's funny because
you,
it's
you
not
know,
it's not like they looked it up and then named me like mom was in the airport, heard somebody with the name, liked it, decided to name me that, and then got home and looked it up and said, "Oh yeah, that's perfect."
yeah, wow. See, so this whole thing, bro, normally the way it works is I got my partner in research and like yeah politicking and hosting like from the gate like I stayed away from like I'm your host Nikki Scarpo
Yeah,
and
yeah,
and no with this live I mean and I don't normally do no social media like we just said so and you can go to my whatever and you'll see ain't nothing posted I don't like shit I'm like it ain't I ain't
right.
like you know what I'm saying I just that ain't what I do you know what I mean
Yeah, yeah,
and trying to get into the flow of that, you know what I'm saying? When it's not just that I'm old or something, no, it's when people will say, well, I'm cut from a different cloth. And I'm like, okay, well, I'm cut from a different rock. I'm
yeah,
cut from stone.
yeah.
I'm a chip off the old block. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? I ain't no polyester cotton nigga. I ain't
Right.
so that don't mean I'm hard neither though. When it comes to like getting into a hard spot and can't get out, you know what I mean? But I didn't make some decisions that put me in some spots where I'm like, okay, well, I'm not gonna do that again.
Exactly.
You see, so for real. And it's if you keep going at it this way, it ain't what you do, it's how you do it. So you keep going about it like that, and you gonna be one of them hard niggas that they talking about. Like you remember, you see what I'm saying?
Such
So
and such. Yeah, yeah. You end up a hood. You either a hood hero, or you a martyr.
there you go, for sure. So I
Either
want you.
way, you going out there.
I want you to tell me though. I'm trying. Of course, like I said, we gonna put faith first. I ain't gonna be long winded because it's about you. But I'm telling you, I normally sip my tea.
Oh
You
yeah,
know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah,
Kermit Tea Frog type shit. I
yeah,
normally sip
yeah.
my tea. Yogi. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
That's the brand that I rock with a lot of times. They ain't sponsoring yet. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
But
yeah. Not yet.
you know, but basically, bro, when you came and popped up on me, which was within the last month or so,
Yeah.
okay, you had a bottle of this, right?
You know it.
And so you were supposed to come back, right?
Yes, sir.
And so this was here. And I don't
Oh,
normally, you know what I'm saying, drink this particular brand back in the day. Like it's just like when I used to smoke cigarettes. That's why I stopped
yeah,
because I realized the only reason I'm smoking these is because I want to smoke this, and so I'm just gonna do this. And you see what I'm saying? So I stopped playing around and stopped playing games. But it's the same way with the liquor. I don't drink much.
Yeah.
So I'm not one of them people that's got a brand. Like back in the day, you know what I'm saying? People have a flask. You're like, oh, here they have a flask, or they got a pint or half pint in their back pocket. You know what I'm saying? And like same thing with the cigarettes. Like somebody smoke. Like I only smoke Newports, bro. His Hedge is cool. Filter Kings, Long, Miles, all of that. Like, damn, okay. And all I was saying was, can I get a squirt?
Exactly, right?
You know what I'm saying? Like, and so they like, but no, I don't really smoke. That's what I had. I had to be honest with myself. Oh, I get it now. Because see, I started smoking squares when people told me, oh, but this a boost, woo, woo, woo. And I'm like, oh,
exactly.
Okay. And because experience is the best teacher. But then I'm like, okay, I had to just be honest, like, well, no, this is not really what's going on.
Yeah, not really.
It's not really what is boosting is the cost of doing business.
Exactly. Spending more money.
Yeah. So I'm like, oh no, okay. Well, if I got extra to put on that, then I'm just gonna put it on this, and I ain't gonna play around. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Exactly. Cut out the middleman.
Yeah. Let's just cut to the chase. It's just like cats will be like, okay, I'm finna go to the club or whatever, and they're gonna order drinks. Yeah, and that's the thing. You want to walk around with your glass, you know what I'm saying? And, I get it. You know what I'm saying? But I'm like, I'm just gonna head to the bar and give me one more. Now I'm like, now my hands free and everything. You know what I'm saying? Straight up. You know what I mean? I have my head on the swivel if need be. Exactly. I'm there quick. Let's just get to the point. Flat out. And now I can relax. I ain't got to be on not like I would be. Like, I ain't got time for that. You know what I'm saying? Let's go ahead and get me calm in this environment because I ain't one that's always around everybody on a regular like that. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, I broke this out for you.
Righteous. I'm gonna tell the wife too.
And you see, it's unapologetically black. Can y'all see my glass? Like, that's that one about oh yeah, you know what I mean? See, what y'all know about that? I don't know if y'all really know, but y'all know now. There we go. Voila. Dabber and all that there, bro, for sure. All right. So here's to you, bro. You know what I'm saying? One love and a pound to my already. You know what I'm saying?
All day, bro.
Now let's get to it.
Yeah.
So tell me, where you start? What was the foundation laid as far as Islam?
All right. So, we come from a background standing on the right, on the righteous, and black man standing up. Our grandfather was the first, one of the first black homicide detectives in Chicago.
Oh, really?
So, and his parents was in the law enforcement. So we come from a line of doing right, but being with the revolution, and trying to inspire change, and that's where we come from. So our parents, some may not know, but our parents were into the music business and trying to put out music that would provoke a thought of revolution. You know what I'm saying? And from that, our parents, my father, or your father, we went to the Nation of Islam. So with that, of course, when him and my mother met, my mother became a nation, and they moved to Los Angeles, where I was born. And so I grew up in the Nation of Islam. The black man is God, the white man is the devil, and this and that and this and that. And to understand that at a young age was a fine line, because we not looking at the white people as being the actual devil. My grandfather, my mother's stepmother, my grandmother, the only one I've known my whole life, is white. So I know she ain't no devil. So at a young age, I'm trying to figure out the line in that. And then being in Los Angeles, growing up in Los Angeles, we seeing the police brutality. You know, we came up in the Reagan administration era. You know, and so we started to see what that meant. You know what I mean? So that's where my foundation of Islam started. But it was more of a black proletarian type of Islam and not a religion. No, it was about self, and and now that I've expanded in my studies and grown older, I understand that even though the Nation of Islam may not be traditional Islam, they were needed for our people at that time because you couldn't come and tell the black man nothing.
So can I ask a question?
Yeah,
You said totalitarian.
proletarian,
Pro.
yeah, like black politician
Okay,
type
you said
type of thing.
pro-detarian.
Yeah, yeah,
Okay, all right. See, yeah,
yeah.
see, I had to let you get your sentence out, but I'm like, I came in here unprepared because I don't have my notebook and my pen. I'm like, yeah, I was kind of like I'm pacing back and forth, like trying not to, I'm like, bro, something he coming, you know what I'm
Oh
saying?
yeah, yeah.
But so
So I mean, because what it's meant.
people don't know, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, you're a superstar, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
you got stuff to do. So yeah, you fitting me in, spur the moment, like stop, drop, and roll, like family do. You know what I'm saying?
You
That's
know
how
how we
Tommy
do.
Brown get down. You know what I mean? So it's a beautiful thing to see you come through for me, man. But it's all good. I ain't trying to slow you down. You proletarian. Is that what we
Oh
was?
yeah, yeah, yeah. So like when you think of traditional Islam and you think about the Arabs and the head wraps and you think about that and then you think about black people as Muslims in America, totally different thing. You know what I'm saying? And it's because the Nation of Islam was more political than religious. You know what I mean? Um, so that's where it began. All right. So then, um, my growing up, my mother kind of took a break from the nation for some personal reasons, and that kind of affected me in a way where it pushed me a little bit away from them, from the nation itself, but not so far as much as the thought and the belief, And then so growing up in LA, and I'm already a revolutionary coming up, Black Power. I mean, it's not a question, and nobody doubted that I was going to join the gang. All right, so we go from the nation.
So, question
Yeah.
was Pop there with you at the time?
No, no, no. Mom and pop split 1983.
Okay, so see now, and I ain't trying to throw you off course, so
Mm-hmm.
please hold your train of thought. You know what I'm saying? But I grew up thinking that you was with Pop, and I knew that our older brother. You know what I'm saying? His mother, God bless those in paradise. You know what I'm saying? Like I knew what happened with her, and so I knew that meant that logically Dad couldn't be with her. You
Yeah,
know,
nah.
but then here you are. When, but I'm this grapevine to me, and it's sporadic. It's no consistency, and and the way things coming to me, it's like after I was told another thing about how our brother, my twin, ended up the way he is,
Mm-hmm.
and so it's like I got all of this, how can you put a puzzle together when you don't got all the pieces and you ain't even got the box that the motherfucker came in to look at the
Oh
picture?
yeah, yeah, yeah. So okay, so let me clear you up on that. So when Kenny's mother died, Pops was already with my mom. All right, they separated in '83. We moved to Texas.
Okay.
We lived in Texas for 2 years and then came back in '85. Came back to LA in '85. Pops had moved to Atlanta.
Hmm.
He had sold the house and moved to Atlanta. So and ran into our stepmom, Joanne. Him and Joanne were girlfriend boyfriend when they were like 15 years old.
Okay.
So when he was going through his stages of recovery and fixing himself up, that's who was holding him down, and that's how it stayed.
Okay.
So um, 83 we moved to Texas. We come back in '85.
Okay.
We still going to the nation, but now Pops ain't there, and Mom's is doing her thing. So we moved to the jungles. So this is how I got introduced to gangbanging. All right. Over here in the jungles is Bloods. All right. So I'm playing with my friends at home, and everybody is slang is blood, this dog, this dog, this. But I go to school in my grandfather's neighborhood, and that's all blue over there. So I go to school, and I'm like, let's play basketball, blood. And they jumping on me. We don't talk like that over here, cub.
And it rubbed off on you
Yeah,
from being okay, because that ain't where you was rooted at from the gate. So
yeah,
it's like, yeah, so now you on that adaptation, acclimation, you know what I'm saying, learn the hard way, you know what I'm saying?
yeah.
We're nowhere near graduation.
Yeah, being gone them 2 years, you know what I'm saying? I wasn't but like second grade, third grade, you know. So that was the introduction to the gangbanging. Now I know I got to acclimate myself to both places. I can't slip over here and say this and slip over here and say this. So it puts more of a focus on that because that's day-to-day living. At the same time, my mama teaching me to be righteous. You know what I'm saying? So when she took her little pause from the nation and the stuff that I didn't agree with happened or whatever, it kind of gave me a loss. It took, say, it was like a little loss for me. You know what I mean? Because now I'm not here. You know, and we all know that schedule and we're creatures of habit. You know what I'm saying? So the more that you go, the more you're gonna think about it. The more you practice it, the more you're thinking about it. So not practicing it, but I'm still going to school every day, and there's still blood and cripping going on in LA every day. You know what I mean?
It's in your face.
Yeah. So I went that way. You know, and then going that way.
It's kind of like the beginning the drug dealer that actually has to justify his actions in a way as well, where it's like, well, they're gonna get it from somebody. You know what
Exactly.
I'm saying? Well, they frisking me anyway.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm like all of that. So it's like, yeah, it makes you kind of be like, well, okay, I might as well get paid.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah, so it's the same thing. It's like, oh, they're
Yeah.
gonna be fucking with me on the way to school. You know what I'm saying? Because I ain't with the crew and I ain't with the shit.
And
So
that's
I'm
the thing
taking the
that
shit.
that's the thing that make it worse. You know what I mean?
You
Because like
know, it's
In
like
the
who you with?
eighties, I'm walking to school with my homeboys. If one of my homeboys bang and them folks jump out, they ain't gonna be like, oh, not
There
him,
you go, guilty by
or
association.
even if
Guilty by
nobody bang.
association. That's
Yeah,
right.
yeah, and then even if nobody bang in
Uh-huh.
LA,
That's the way it is.
yeah, a group of us walking through that neighborhood, they assume that you from there. You know what I mean? So, and then all of them is my homeboys. We grew up together. We know each other. We love each other. You know, so it only made sense that we ride
Oh,
together.
for a second. So you saying that if you wasn't banging at all, you just squared no ball. You know what I'm saying? It's like you just walking, and now you potentially could be uh somebody start jumping on you
Yeah,
because
yeah. In the '80s.
because they think you from the hood that you walking through. So
Yep.
what about the hood that you walking through?
That's the thing about it. The hood you walking through, they all know you.
So
We only
basically,
walking
what
through
you're
our hood.
saying is this is only pertaining to your hood. This
Yeah.
ain't just anybody like you
Oh
say.
no, that's any hood. Any hood.
Okay,
Yeah.
so that means just if you a square and no, like I say, all square, no ball, basically, and you
Hmm.
just walking along, and it
Well,
like
yeah, I ain't necessarily saying no
where
square.
you from?
Yeah, because they could tell a off brand. They could tell a off brand
Okay, all right,
versus
okay.
somebody
So
who moving
basically,
to
what
acting
you're
different.
saying is don't look the
Yeah, the part.
exactly if
Yeah,
you not the
the
part.
part. Yeah. You know,
Okay.
and we grew up in the '80s. You know what I mean? They didn't people gangbangers weren't wearing khakis because it was the designer fit of the year. You know
It
what I'm
was
saying?
affordable.
Yeah, exactly. So they wasn't the only one wearing khakis.
There you go.
You know what I'm saying? So if your parents could only afford to go buy you Dickies from the swap meet, then what you look like? You know what I'm saying?
Hey,
So
you gotta appreciate them, though. Get that iron. crease them jokers, keep them that way, you know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
And your shoestrings, you know what I'm saying? Break that toothbrush out, some ivory liquid, palm olive, you however you get the bubbles, you know what I'm saying? Get the scrubbing, you know what I'm saying? Appreciate them. That's what time it is. All right. I'm listening. My fault.
So yeah, so that kind of gave me, from since it was both sides of the fence, you know what I mean? Because I try not to be no hypocrite, you know.
All right.
So and then so through my gangbanging years, right, my teens, right, I ended up leaving Los Angeles, coming to Atlanta. That's when I came in my teens, you know. So now I ain't in the hood, but that's still all I know, you know what I mean? And Pops wasn't really going to the mosque and the masjid, so I still ain't getting no influence of Islam, but I know that's what I believe, right? But now my mother has moved to Orthodox Islam, so now she dropping stuff on me that I didn't know nothing about.
Tell me exactly, but you got to pause right there. So for the viewers, because like if I'm not mistaken, this just with people scrolling. It's like, oh, hold on, and we just talking and moving and whatnot. So let us know what would be your definition or description, differentiation, if you will, you know, nuances, caveat, whatever that would be the distinct differences of Orthodox and the nation, because that's what we are differentiating between, right?
Okay, so the major difference, and the one that makes them totally different is the fact that Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, which means may I man, my mind is twisted.
No, pause. Take your
Yeah.
time. See, that's what I mean. You see, the spirit is in you. See,
Yes.
as soon as you start thinking, the brain like, I don't know what the fuck we was talking about. You was doing that.
Yeah, I got it.
That's
But yeah, Prophet Muhammad, may peace be upon him, he is the final prophet.
Mm-hmm.
That's what Orthodox Islam teaches. You know that's a fact. That's what I believe. All right. Nation of Islam says that the Honorable Elijah Muhammad was the messenger of God, and that God came in the person of a man. All right. So, and my studies in Islam and what I believe now makes that disrespectful to God, that he would have to come and be a man, or he would have to degrade himself to that level. This is the Almighty. You know what I mean? And that's just not what Islam teaches. You know, the black man is not okay. No, let me change that. He is not Allah. All right, because Allah is an Arabic word and title that means the Most High, the Supreme. It means there's none higher than that. It's a name. It doesn't mean God in Arabic. It means that there's none higher than this. All right. God, you can put an S on it. Gods. You can make it plural. You know what I'm saying? And we believe there's only one. So the black man can be a God over himself. You know what I'm saying? Because like in English they use synonym of God, Lord. They call you Lord, God, they call Lord, God, Lord. You can be the Lord of yourself. You know, you could be a God of yourself because you can create your destiny. You can follow your own path because you have free will.
There you go.
You know, but we not God where we can whoop wham, I'm out of here.
There you go. So pause. So now me being the one that was growing up in St. Louis, all right, for sure. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm in the Bible Belt type of, you know, but remember, I'm from the place where they sold slaves on the steps.
Yeah.
St. Louis was never a city that was established. There wasn't no settlement. It was a trading post.
Mm-hmm.
That's all it was. So if it's some people that like, just like up in New York, I'm sure the old money in New York, if it didn't come here with them, you know what I'm saying, when the immigrants showed up, that them the people that had the first stands, you know, of fruit and this and that or whatever, like they the first ones that got to it, you know what I mean, and capitalized.
Yeah.
You know? So in St. Louis, I can only assume without actually being able to say that I read it here or did that, but I'm just like, okay, I can trace my steps with what they then told me. And discernment is telling me, well, the people that got old money here are the people that own these slaves. These are the people that decided that, okay, yeah, my bread here, so I'm just going to, get me a cabin or whatever a few miles from here, and because I ain't finna keep coming back up here. I'm just I'm getting my bread, and so basically you got that in the ancestry to to the succession. Basically, the heirs were on both sides, though.
Yeah.
You see, so St. Louis, when you growing up in it, you don't know that it is a small city. You getting your geography from what they telling you in school, and of course it's marketing. You don't know that, so they telling you stuff about your city that these people not learning over here. They're learning about their city, and so so they pubbing it up to you. So and painting the picture that they want you to see, give it the view they want you to view. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
You got a clue. That's what's going on because you in school.
Mm-hmm.
You supposed to just pay attention and learn, get the grade. You thinking about the grade. I want to be able to go outside and play. I don't want nothing taken away. You know what I'm saying? But not to go left. I'm just saying.
No,
So
all of that played a part.
So basically, so but I'm introduced to religion through my mother's, family and inside of the family, basically. And my mother, like, I didn't grow up with my mom, all right, or pop. I didn't grow up with. I'm different. You know what I'm saying? So, I put it in a rhyme before. Like, that's why by the time I hit junior high, I thought that I was grown. And that's a true story.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because I had been cooking on the stove when I was 6, 7 years old, washing dishes, and just for the sake of accuracy and not, like I'm not trying to, decorate the story. You know what I'm saying? Embellish it.
Right.
No later than 8. I was cooking like gas stove flame, like like boil the pot. Yeah, I'm reading directions. Okay, yeah, because ain't nobody at home, and I got little brother and sisters that's hungry, and I know I'm hungry. If I'm hungry, they hungry because we ain't ate that. So I've been on that type of, from fend for yourself,
Mm-hmm.
But that don't mean that I don't know who then took care of me and who then gave me what. So I always say my mother is the one that I do, attribute, when it comes to credit for what, and like, put you on the path, like taught you how to drive, took you out to the parking lot, and what I'm saying, let you get behind the wheel, gave you the feel, like, so like, okay, and this is how you do it. That's her. You see what I'm saying? So like, even to this day, like, what I'm saying, I ain't had to call home and ask for no bread for a long time. You know what I'm saying? Not saying I ain't needed no help ever, and I ain't get it from nowhere else. But I call my mama, and the bread I'm looking for is the word. I need to know what you think or what, because I don't read. I'm not a Bible thumper. I don't read the Bible. Just like that, but what I heard that stick with me and what I feel, I'm like, oh, okay, no, what was that? Because I'll quote a scripture, paraphrase, whatever. The truth's still there. You know what I'm saying? That's all that matters. You know what I'm saying? I ain't the one trying to hit you upside the head with the book like in Matthew chapter 12, verse 10. No. And not saying there's something wrong with that. I'm saying I'm not that person. So don't misconstrue the fact. You see what I mean? But that's where I'm rooted at. And so I came up hearing, by the time I was in junior high, we hearing Public Enemy, Rakim, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh, you know what I'm saying? The God, like, you're hearing that, like, hold on, wait a minute, you know what I'm saying? And then you hearing the people say that rap music, that's then like breaking your audio tape when your cousin made your mixtape, you know what I'm saying? Oh, there go the Beastie Boys, you know what I'm saying? Oh man, I really got to fight for my right to play. This is ridiculous. I mean, for real, like this devil music, like that is what I came from, man. So it creates like this. My cousin that made me this tape. Like I just wanted. I spent the night. It took you know how long it took me. You know what I'm saying to ask when I just knew y'all was gonna say no, and then y'all finally let me go. And my cool ass cousin made this tape for me. I'm trying to you know what I'm saying imitate and duplicate, and you know what I'm saying. He like. Here, cuz handed me the microphone, you know what I'm saying? Put the instrument on, like, and he rapped, you know, he spit the bars. I'm like, oh, wow. He handed it to me like, here. I'm like, you know what I'm saying? And before you know it, I'm trying to do my thing, you know. And then after I got done, he said, cuz, you can rap. I'm like, what? But that air came out of the balloon as soon as I got back to the crib. I'm sneaking to try to listen to, you know what I'm saying, Lottie Dottie, and you know what I mean? And you know, so no, I didn't know if they cursed or used profanity rather. You know, I didn't know if I never heard it. Yeah. So it was like this, you know, and keep in mind, I'm speaking about between 84 and 86, no later than early 87, because I didn't live with my mother and my dad, you know, what people would call their stepfather or whatever. I only spent 2.5 school years with them. You see what I'm saying? Like the end of the summer, before 3rd grade. You see what I'm saying? And then the probably early part of 87, which would have been the 5th grade, if I'm not mistaken. You see what I'm saying? So between then and then, so like I said, I'm from this place, that place, you know what I'm saying? Foster home, this home, that, but you know what I'm saying? I stay just relative, you know, but I've been on my own since, I say 18. My granny said 19. I said, okay, granny, you can have it. Because
I give you the extra year.
Reaching in your cabinet, you marked it on the calendar probably. You definitely know, so I'm going to give it to you. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, I still had questions about why, you know, this faith ain't rocking with this faith. When they saying that anybody that say in the Bible, it's like anybody that contradict this or whatever, you know, like they the Antichrist and, you know, so they the false prophet and, you know what I'm saying? And then, so trip off of that. Now we just talking about facts on logic and like, okay, gears turning like, okay, yeah, 12 years old, 13. Okay. So over here, we got the false prophet that they say is anybody this is the false prophet. But then over here, they say this is the last prophet. What am I supposed to do with that?
Right.
When the people that I'm getting fed by, the people that's loving me is no matter how inconsistent or how much I'm getting, this is what they standing on. So loyalty. You see what I'm saying? Is what it boiled down to.
I mean, but you know, that's what everybody. Most people believe what they believe because it's what they was taught. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot with the saying about if you want to hide something put in the book. It ain't just from our people.
That's right.
It's period. You know what I'm saying? Because this country, all right, for one, I'm not down talking Christianity or none of that. All right, because
hey, check it out, man. People ask me if I'm a Christian, bro, and I say, I don't know what you really saying or asking or what your definition of Christian is, but Christ wasn't Christian.
Right. Christian means Christ-like.
Okay.
Right. How could Christ
is a title as well, though, right?
Yeah. But how could Christ be Christ-like?
Well, see, this is the thing. Trust me. You speak freely, bro. See, this is.
I just don't want nobody to feel like
unapologetically black. Now, see, not saying that I won't apologize, but what I won't apologize for is who the fuck I am.
Right. Okay,
and
so
it's
good.
Black people that actually should be able to. What's the word I should coexist and cooperate? Yeah. You see what I'm saying? And participate and see each other's vision. And as my wife would say, see the unicorn that person seen, even though they don't think that a unicorn existed.
Exactly.
You see? So let people be themselves. But at the end of the day, I did hear in 7th grade that the black man is God.
Yeah.
And that's for my partner Elton, and my partner Sean. You know what I mean? Like they from different hoods, and these two hoods, I'm from Pine Line. You know what I'm saying? What up? You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, Pagedale is where my partner Elton was from. You see what I'm saying? So Pagedale and Pine Line, that's like Crippin' Blood, like rivalry type of. But they go to the same high school, and so this before all of that. You see what I mean? So they were speaking to me, and I'm like, okay. But I felt what they were saying. I just didn't understand or overstand. See, understanding, in my opinion, is being willing to admit your issue and undertake comprehension, learn. You see what I'm saying? Overstanding is when you have learned it and mastered it, and now you can close the book and all the chapters, and you can implement and apply whatever it was that you said you lack understanding of that caused you to search it out and learn it and master it and stand above.
Exactly.
All right. I'm listening, brother.
So, for a religion that was used to manipulate our people into being servants and slaves,
Bingo.
you have to question that. You have to question that. You know what I mean? So, for us in this country, you got to question it. You know what I mean? So, growing up in the nation, and then knowing what I know about our treatment of the treatment of Black people in this country, and then just having my eyes open. You know what I mean? It put the question in my mind as, how do you know which one is right? You know? So in my time of just gangbanging, I always felt like I know the difference between right and wrong. And I know that there's a higher power.
Mm-hmm. Uh-oh. Your mic. Check your mic, bro.
Let me cut my
There we go.
Hold on one second.
For sure. Take your time. You know what I mean?
All right, you still there?
I'm blessed by the best, bro. I'm looking at you, man. Yeah, I see you in the flesh, for sure. Talk to me. Can you hear me?
We back?
Yeah, we good. Yeah, we Gucci as they say. Yeah.
We back?
We back.
Most definitely. All right. All right, cool. So, you got to question that. So I always grew up knowing that there is a higher power, and I know the difference between right and wrong. So I felt like if I just move right, I really ain't got nothing to worry about, no matter what religion I'm choosing. Because when you look at religion in the world, it's always been used to create division and create war and to manipulate. And then so when I go to study Islam on the Orthodox level, I start seeing how Christianity is mentioned and how the same stuff in the Bible is in the Quran. So now I'm asking myself, where all the separatism coming from? Mm-hmm. Why is there so much animosity? Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So then that takes me to what you were saying about it being in school. So then I go to school, like you were saying, we only learning about our city over here, and they learning about their city over there. Mm-hmm. All right. But let's take that to an even deeper level. We only learning about this country. How is it possible that every creation and every invention came from this country and no other country? How is it that people from this country created electricity? They created light bulbs here. They created this here and this here and this here, and nowhere else in this big old world did anybody create anything. You know
I love you, bro. I love you, bro. Hey, this shit works.
Hey, bro. So all of that, it leaves a question as to what you're being told is true and what you're not. So the only thing that you could do is go and look for yourself. You know what I mean? So then once I started to study for myself and being through all the things that I've been through and all the places I've been and seeing all the things I've seen and standing on the different levels I standing on, being a Muslim, still and being a gangbanger, you know, and being from the streets and being a revolutionary at heart and coming from the
wait a minute.
From the line we come from, you know.
Speak on it though, bro. Like you said gangbanging, man. We ain't finna do our style of dance around and wear niggas out, man, and then make them bleed and play target practice and leave them in the street. No, we gonna go ahead and get to it. We gonna go get the show, then waste and lay it down. So I'm like, what is it, man? What we paying homage to? What's the set? What hood you from? Where you
Oh
from?
yeah, I'm from the West LA Marvelous Marvin Avenue Gangster Crips. 3 times.
Hey, where Marvelous Marvin at? You got him with you. I know you normally keep him around your neck. You know what I'm saying?
I got him around my neck. I got that guy around my neck.
Already.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. All the way authentic, nothing synthetic. You know what I'm saying? Straight up original. Organic.
And I'm an old dude now, and I still push the hood. You know, I'm still for the hood. I ain't no gang banger. I'm a gang member though. I'm gonna always be from my neighborhood. Always be from my
Can't
section.
do nothing about it.
Yeah.
Can't do nothing about it. When that's the address that your mom and dad or whatever invested in, you had to lay your head and rest there. I'm like, what you gonna do about that? That's personal, partner.
Yeah, you can't do nothing about it. You know what I'm saying? All you could do is like you said.
It's the Bible now, and I ain't finna have the people that y'all riding on. You know what I'm saying? Riding on me too. When y'all riding on them, and this just because of the same thing, man. This shit been going on before I was in the damn nursery at the hospital. So I ain't got no choice. You see what I'm saying?
But even the gang banging brought a different understanding. You know what I mean? Once you get older and you see what's going on, you know.
You mean where it started, the origin of it, and you know what I'm saying?
And the reason for it, you know, the reason for it, and the silver lining to it. You know, we got so many. Well, you got to look back to our history, you know, in the world as people. You know, tribal warfare been going on since the beginning of time. You know what I mean? And I grew to understand that's what the blood and cripping became, because, you know, we all got our own cultures. We talk different, we move different, we walk different, we dress different. You know, and then like if you grow up in a Crip neighborhood and you ain't no Crip, you're gonna talk like that, you're gonna dress like that, you're gonna move like that. It's the culture. It's the culture of the city.
And it's the spirit, man.
Yes.
We talking about
the spirit comes alive, and you see the spirit when it's time for action.
Bro, trip, because look, I got little ones. That is the, you know, I ain't trying to, you know, tell my age, but we talking about 83, 84, and you know what I'm saying? Like you call me big bro. I'm like, you know what I'm saying? I appreciate it, you know what I'm saying? Because I know it was years that I didn't get to hear that. So I love you for that. And I'm gonna say that live, you know what I'm saying?
I love you too, bro.
Because I ain't bigger than you, you know what I'm saying? Flat out, you know what I'm saying? I don't look down on you, you know what I mean? Like, trust and believe that none of that history that we missed out on got nothing to do with how quick I'm down the road, and you know what I'm saying? But like whatever level. I don't know.
We're gonna make it blow.
But I'm gangster because I'm gonna show love to my people and make sure that we all eat. Everybody eats, B.
Exactly. And that's what being gangster is. And that's what I was saying. It's the spirit of the city, bro. Because when it come down to it, everybody watching out for their people. And when it get to a level higher than that, what's the only place in this country, not the only place, but the first place that you'll think about when you think about Black people standing together and rising to be revolutionaries? As from California, you know, the Black Panthers.
Well, of course, in Oakland, Huey P. Newton, you know what I'm saying?
And then all the way down to LA, the Watts
Riots,
the LA Riots. LA Riots, you know.
And all the sparks that connected, you know what I'm saying? Like they got the, you know what I'm saying, the Judas and the Black Messiah, you know what I mean? Yeah, for real.
Yeah.
You know? So,
I mean, but you know, that was the city.
Milwaukee was heavy though, you know what I'm saying?
Chicago,
Chicago, but that's what I'm saying. But that's what they just touched on. So I'm like, we know about our people that they made this movie about, but we talking about Milwaukee and other cities.
Philly.
You know,
where they burnt down the building.
Never made no noise though. And if they did, it ain't, you know, written in nowhere where you can find it. They don't want nobody to know. They did a good job of keeping them slaves under control.
Exactly, bro.
I'm just telling you. I'm just saying. You know, but don't get me wrong now. Okay. Now these millennials though, you know, now Mike Brown Sr., we from the same hood. And this ain't just no, you know, I ain't name dropping. I'm telling the truth. So I love you. I ain't trying to, you know what I'm saying, draw no fame from you. Saying, but his son, God bless those, transition to paradise. You know what I'm saying? May he be looking down and be satisfied. All praise due to the Most High. Now, I say that to say this. You know, it's like after that happened, then you had these millennials and these youngsters come out like, fuck that. They ain't know what to do. They just knew they needed to do something.
Yeah.
They showed numbers.
Yeah. Yeah.
When that happened, I wasn't feeling the signs or whatever. I'm like, I want action. But I'm gonna make my sign and I'm finna go and check the climate and the atmosphere. I'm finna see what's going on out here. And I'm gonna be the voice of reason. I'm gonna make sure that people not taking the bait. But I gotta have my sign though, so I look like, you know what I'm saying, I'm a sheep.
Yeah.
So, but I ain't sleep. Stay low. All right, here we go. So I told the media, and then they let it be known that, you know, that your interview might not be used. Y'all already know you ain't gonna use this one, but I'm gonna tell you, for anyway, flat out. Shooting no pigs, no cops, be patrolling no hood, no blocks. If they ain't renting or if they ain't paying a mortgage on one of the blocks in the radius that is considered this particular community.
Exactly. Because why do you care about what's going on over here?
You know, you're gonna look before you leave, think before you speak.
Yeah, you ain't got nothing invested
Make sure
over
you
here.
don't lose no sleep and enter into a permanent one because you know what you done.
Mm-hmm.
So justice and the conviction is already implemented in the heart. You know you did.
Mm-hmm.
So, but I say my city, I ain't knowing the note history where we got down like Tommy Brown get down, you know what I'm saying? And everybody came out, you know what I mean? And showed out until Mike Brown Jr.
Yeah, and they did their thing.
You see? So that was long overdue.
Yeah.
But I've been this dude. And I ain't fronting and wolfing and trying to know. I'm just being honest. I'm being myself. You know what I'm saying? This in the moment, this live, this how we keep it. Ain't no jive, as they say. You know what I'm saying? I'm all the way throwback, goldie with it. You know what I'm saying? But it's something different with this pimp. You see? Most definitely. Continue, bro.
Yeah, you know, they this country is it's wicked. It's a wicked place, bro.
Definitely.
Real talk. Like, they have a history of dangling things, putting the carrot in front of the horse. You
Mm-hmm.
know, and I look at the stuff like Mike Brown and all those situations the same way. You know what I'm saying? Like they've been killing us. You know what I mean? So the same as the token nigga getting hired in the white corporation. Okay, we'll broadcast this killing right here and give you a little justice for this one. We won't give you justice on this one, so you'll get upset
There
and
you
you'll
go.
want justice for the next one. So when we give you the next one, you'll
There
feel a
you go.
little bit appeased.
There you go.
But we're gonna keep knocking them off. You know what I'm saying? The major point of manipulation is confusion, where you can't never focus on what's going on. You
Don't let
know,
them know what you're right doing. You know what I'm saying?
and that's what they steady doing, bro. You
But what's
look
better?
look look at just last year.
Right
How
don't
much
know
different
if
shit.
they the left or the right at all.
Yeah.
That's the thing. If you don't know who you are and how you being played against the other or whatever, you see what I'm saying? If you can't, denial is the worst problem to have. See, the
Exactly.
problem ain't the people. Like you said, this country is wicked. I agree. But I also understand that I'm not the only one to think like me. I'm talking to somebody to think like me. So what it is we need more people to think like us
Exactly.
that can
Exactly.
unite. And I mean, hey, this ain't no. I'm not trying to be no conspirator or nothing, no racketeer. I ain't trying to, you know what I'm saying, provoke no anarchy or nothing. What I'm doing is speaking on the fact that I'm an American, whether y'all want to say I'm a Native American or not. But I was born on this soil, so I don't know what the fuck or who I'm native from or to. Then, if that's the case, if I ain't native to this place. So anyway, just saying. The things that we are speaking on are things that we have to address ourselves. And how did the revolution start? And I'm talking about with the quote unquote founding fathers of this country.
Mm-hmm.
Well, and you see, yeah, they didn't tell everybody things where when everybody was listening, they spoke about things when it was the significant.
Exactly. The ones that matter. Yeah.
So you got to create that.
Yeah.
You know, and in order for that to be created, people got to know that they belong there.
Yeah, yeah. And see, and but then it's something else too, bro. And this is something that I thought about when we were talking about the spirit and the lineage, and I like our connection, how we've been apart so long, but we feel and think the same and feel, you know what I mean? The spirit of people and your lineage, and when you come from your genes, you know what I mean? We do got a lot of people out here. All right, like our ancestors, like we already spoke on Pop's people, grandparents being first black, and we can go further than that because you know our people are Indians that got removed from their land and all of that.
The indigenous tribes.
Exactly.
I'm gonna interject because the indigenous tribes.
Yeah, they got moved from their land.
They can't be called Indians if this wasn't India. And
yeah, you're right.
Their own history books.
Yeah, the real the natives, the
I know
natives that was here.
I ain't trying to belittle you or make it seem like I'm being technical for a reason.
Oh no! I feel you. Yeah, no, you're right. You're right. Yeah,
okay. Because there's somebody that might be like they say in church. You know, I don't know who this is for, but somebody needs to hear this.
Yeah. No, I feel you on that.
There you go.
So then, like on mom's side, my grandfather, my mom's people were slaves down in the South in Louisiana. Uncle was murdered by the sharecropper. One uncle got his daughter pregnant. They killed him. Months later, came back, killed another cousin, and then came back to kill all of them, and they ran. You know what I mean? So where I come from, everything I know in my history is rebellious against this right here. So it's our spirit, our lineage, bro. And we got a lot of people out here who don't have that spirit. Well, that's why we got all these snitches and phonies. You know what I'm saying? That spirit is coming. That lineage, that gene, them Uncle Toms and all of them. We got to deal with that too, bro.
Paul. Now we got to deal with that. Now, Uncle Tom, I heard that Uncle Tom wasn't an Uncle Tom as depicted in scripted. That Uncle Tom really was a black man, melanated, you know what I'm saying, male that escaped bondage and became a free man. And because he was who he was, they sought the name.
I know that too.
You know
and you see what they did to his name?
Okay, so you heard that too, right?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But you see what they did to his name, right? Yeah. Now he a bootlicker.
All right, there we go. So, but I know what you meant though. So my fault. I just needed to be technical.
Yeah, I mean, you know, yeah, you just the ones that the bootlickers. Let's say that. You know what I mean? So, the question, the question and the hard part is trying to reverse that energy in a spirit, brother. How do we got to break down that crab in the barrel mentality and all those things that will put into our lineage, bro? Because you know, especially like being down here in the South, man, it ain't. It's just a whole different feeling. You know what I'm saying? When you go other places and you around your people in different places, you know what I'm saying? You could feel a different kind of. It ain't even necessarily loyalty because we already know that our people are the last ones to stick together. But it's a different kind of respect. You know what I mean?
You're speaking from somebody that's rooted out west, though. You see what I'm saying? So you got that spirit that we was talking about, bro. That's what you are connected to, and that's what's familiar to you when it come down to that tribal attribute.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that southern vibe ain't you naturally. You acclimating and you the camouflage chameleon, you blending in, but you know when you feel the way you used to feeling, what's your feel. When they say you and these other people like you, them birds of a feather, where you able to balance, but you know where your roots at. When they say don't forget, you know where you from, and they say, well, it ain't about where you from, it's about where you at. You see what I mean?
Yeah. But I mean, it's just I'm gonna give you a very small example. A lot of people might think that it's petty. You know what I'm saying? But to me,
Martin Luther King born in the '80s, so we're gonna be textbook, you know, like 3rd grade through 6th grade history with it. Yeah, then in Atlanta, they supposed to be significant.
Yeah,
but they significant on a movement that didn't involve getting your head busted or busting heads.
It involved no action.
And it was different.
Yeah,
That's
it was
all.
a different
But
move.
it's unapologetically black, but I ain't trying to take nothing away from nobody black or none of the ground that was gained. However,
It was a stepping stone.
In the cat, and I ain't taking nothing from you either. But this is a podcast, so I like doing my best to be politically correct in the moment. And I'm sipping what my brother like to be sipping on, this Remy Martin.
Remy Marvelous.
Yeah, so bear with me. All right.
Yeah, but I mean, it was a stepping stone. Yeah, but ain't nobody sitting around. Sitting ain't doing nothing. You just being in the way. To me,
armchair revolutionary.
Yeah, so but like okay, like a small example. Okay, like in the city, we pull up at a stoplight. I'm not looking all in your car to see what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? In LA, when I was younger, it'll get you shot if the wrong person is in the car next to you and you looking all in their stuff. You know what I mean? Because it was like that then. We don't know who you looking at me because you my enemy or you gonna shoot or you know what I'm saying? But here, I come here, they pull up next to you and they all in your window like.
Right. That Southern hospitality is a little bit different though. Like I say, it's that vibe. Now having family in Memphis, I can, like you said, you talked about your city. I'm going to apply that to every aspect of it when it comes to dealing with people, whatever demographic, geographic, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, because I want for my brother what I want for myself, and I don't estimate nobody. I demand the respect that I demand because I already gave it. So that means if I got to stand on it, and now I got to become disrespectful to get you to respect me, that means you deserve the disrespect that you're getting in my eyes.
Exactly.
You see what I'm saying? Yeah. So I'm taught don't stare. To stare is not polite. Before gang banging was ever in the equation, and it ain't no parentheses outside the parentheses, no negative, positive, addition, subtraction, exponent, none of that. You see what I'm saying? Don't stare. It's not.
No, when we was kids, what you staring
Somebody staring at you.
Yeah.
And when I got to move in a groove, and I used to ask them, I'm like, "What? I got big titties or something, nigga? What the fuck you staring at, nigga? What, nigga? You want my phone number or something, nigga?
Right.
You see, you got me sized up or something. No, I got your number, nigga. Try me. I'll show you better than I can tell you. And that ain't what I'm saying. That's what I'm thinking when I'm talking about try me. But I have ass niggas. But I got big titties or something, nigga. You don't say nothing. You know what I'm saying? He looked the other way. Then okay. But I'm telling you that what you think you doing is not how I'm receiving it. I'm receiving it this way. So how you respond is going to determine what happened next.
Exactly.
You see what I'm saying? So I'm not, if I'm not mistaken, with my logic, I'm just going to assume, and without knowing the textbook, Webster, Merriam, whatever definition, like these rules of engagement.
Exactly, bro. Exactly. Because and it's not necessarily that you're doing anything wrong. It's all about how the next person is gonna receive it. You know what I mean? And that's the respect that I'm talking about. Like, I respect you enough not to bring you something that's gonna make an issue, bro. What you mean? And if I don't know how you're gonna receive it, I'm gonna lay off of it. So what I'm gonna be staring at you? I'll be all up in your business, or you might be having a bad day. So whose fault is it if it's received wrong? You know what I mean? It's just a different respect. Like, we mind ours, you mind yours. You know what I mean? It's not like that. You know what I mean? Everywhere. Everybody want to know what you into. Like I come outside here, then everybody else come outside, and they all looking, and when they want talking, everybody talking, running mouth, sitting on the porch.
It was just the same way. Like I was saying about the city. You think your city a big city, but you move to another city or visit another city enough, you get enough experience because that's the best teacher. And then you realize, oh shit, I'm really from a big town. Not taking nothing away from my city because we get down. Yeah. But we get down because we a big town. It's not enough space. We thought we had space because of how things are architecturally and zoned out and all the space, how they look to us, because we don't have no comparables.
Yeah, and that's the thing. That's the thing in Atlanta. It's a big town. It ain't no big city.
You see, but
Yeah,
we
without the metro area, it's this big.
because if you don't, everybody gonna know. You gonna see this person.
Yeah.
In. So you gotta address it now or shortly after. It just depending on where we at and how we. I'm just saying what's understood ain't got to be explained. I'm just saying, but that's why. And because it was initially a trading post, then that's in the genealogy of
bred into it, bro. Yes.
Period. Hustle.
Yeah.
Hustle.
Yeah.
That's all we do.
Yeah.
No matter how many times you got to bump your head, and 9 times out of 10, if you got melanated skin and you from the projects, the jets, whatever they call it, you from the hood, ain't no more neighbor, so ain't no neighborhood because we ain't being neighborly no more. Fuck a cup of sugar, nigga. Stay to yourself. Don't worry about what's in my bag of groceries, even though I know it's an Aldi's bag, nigga, but it's something else that's finna make a lot of bags.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Flat out.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, but that's just what I learned from everything. Like respect is the bottom line of life, bro. If we respect each other,
bro.
If we respect each other, then it don't matter what you believe, what I believe. It don't matter where you from, where I'm from. You know what I'm saying? That's the basis of love, the basis of life is all respect, bro. Wanting for your brother what you want for yourself. I want you to respect me. You know what I'm saying? Then because they're like, okay, you can make a mistake, bro. But if I know that you respect me, I'll take that mistake in a different light as a mistake versus as a slight. You know what I mean?
There you go. Preach.
If you don't respect me, then it's a slight. And now we got to handle that. You know what I'm saying? And that just becomes more and more.
You too big. We fuck the weight class because at that point, if you disrespecting me and you got the height or you got the mass, and in my mind, I'm thinking that's the only reason why you trying me.
Yeah.
So even the battlefield.
Now I got to chop you down.
I got it. Even it. I don't care if I got to cut your dick off.
Yeah.
I don't care if I got to poke your eyes out, rip your ears off. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't care if I got to rip your cheeks in half. You know what I'm saying? Stab you, cut you, shoot you, however many times. Oh, that wasn't enough to get you off of me. Boop, 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 boop. And this is not what I prefer.
Yeah.
Just saying. But I want for my brother what I want for myself.
Yeah, we prefer to go home.
You would do the same thing. That's exactly what I expect, and that's why we gonna handle it right now.
Exactly.
See what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Straight up. Come on,
bro. That's how it is, man. But
so, so basically, what made me see? I tell these guys. I ain't gonna call them youngsters. I ain't trying to belittle them because I used to be them. You know what I'm saying? And I knew when I was running around like that, I'm like, I was on my how Cedric Entertainer said. You know what I'm saying? He was like, St. Louis. We on. I wish it would be.
Would. Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So that means it's a mentality. That means you going around with a chip on your shoulder, man. No matter who you are, this is a mindset of a city. Like this, how else could he tell that joke and it'd be funny? He had to tell that joke at home first.
Mm-hmm.
He had to really know his people. You see what I'm saying? Who he representing? It's like a politician. You know what I'm saying? You got to know your people in order for you to be able to put the campaign together, and you got to be speaking on some things that you know the people are going to be intrigued and behind what they see as a need and what they've been there. All of that is common ground. It's the same thing with entertainers, rappers, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like the brothers that made the Judas and the Black Messiah. I ain't sure where they from. But they knew their demographic. They knew the black market. They knew the other ethnicities that was going to be interested too, because they want to know about us, because they think we don't know about us, and they want to see some more because they want to be able to deal with us. Straight up, it's the truth.
Or say that they are a part of the
Black Lives Matter. Yeah, it's okay though, because I don't care. Because at the end of the day, it's all about I need to figure my brother out for real. Instead of tripping off of how to figure you out. But I can't figure my brother out if I don't figure myself out. Exactly. So I can't figure myself out if I don't know who to go to to be able to say, oh, it's just like I'll use hustling. Like when you jump off the porch, you're like, you're going to follow in the footsteps, if not literally following behind, but you're going to duplicate those who, because you're looking at a success rate, at least for me, that's around you down. I'm looking around. I'm observing. You know what I'm saying? All the way around the board. And I apply the same method, you know what I'm saying, today, you know, theoretically, whatever, today. I'm going to pay attention first. You know what I mean? But if I got to jump in the deep end and swim, that's because I got to survive. So it don't matter because it's going to be a wrap anyway. So if I got to just make sure hey, worst come to worst, you know what I mean? It was going to be messed up. But guess what? I'm going to take a chance.
Yeah.
I'm going to take a chance. So I apply that to everything, bro. And so it's the same thing with the faith. Well, I don't want to be wrong. So I'm going to take a chance and I'm going to go this way. I believe what my mama say. She's the same one that put the peroxide on me, Band-Aid. And my grandmother, she told me, Courtney, there's a right and a wrong in any given situation.
Mm-hmm.
I do right. She wasn't religious, didn't go to church, never saw my granny with a Bible in her hand. You know what I'm saying? It was a Bible in the house. A big one. I got it right now. And pictures in it, all of that. You know what I'm saying? I used to be like fascinated by it when I was a kid with the pictures of white people. But still, you know what I'm saying? I'll never forget Jonah in the well because of the death. Anyway.
Yeah.
But my grandfather, both of my grandfathers, they used to smoke, drink on the weekends. But my grandfather later in the years, then I saw him going to church, not knowing how he moved when my mother and uncles and aunt was, shorties. I don't know nothing about the routine then, but he was raising a family. Different guy. So when I'm living with him, you know what I'm saying, in the times that I did, he was more refined. It was all about lives.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like it's a Arabic, what would they say, proverb, but I'm paraphrasing, and I'm paraphrasing the way my grandfather gave it to me. And he told me, he said, he who knows not and knows that he knows not is a wise man. But he who knows not but thinks that he knows but knows not
is a fool. Yeah.
Now it says several ways, like it's about this, that, and the third. It break it down and whatever. It's more technical and chronological, but because it really, if I'm not mistaken, it says, "But he who knows and knows that he knows, he is wise. Follow him." You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So, but the way I received it from my grandfather was never think that you know everything. And never be too old or
to study something.
To learn. Yeah. Because like even in the Bible, it say, truth comes from the mouth of babes. You know what I'm saying? Don't despise youth. You know what I mean? Like, because it's a story in the Bible about, I believe, Balaam and the mule, where Balaam was a prophet that was just similar to Jonah in the well, where he was supposed to go one way, he was going the other way, but God told him to go this way. And because he wasn't going this way, God showed up and did something that got his attention and made him go the way that he was sending him. So Balaam and the mule basically is about the same thing, where the mule eventually, after getting beat so much by Balaam for not wanting to go the way that Balaam wanted to go, and the mule spoke and said, "Don't you see that angel in the road?" And he's like, "Oh, yeah." So yeah, okay. And what I got out of it is, okay, listen, follow instruction, listen to the Most High. Mm-hmm. All right, go against the grain. Put the spirit first when it comes to that. Listen to that voice on the inside, like somebody say, "Something told me," but who you think something was? I'm gonna leave it at that.
Exactly.
Yeah. So listen to that voice on the inside. But God uses whom He chooses, like that instrument. You know what I'm saying? Basically, like I can play this chord over here. I can get on this organ over here. I can pick up this guitar right here. You know what I'm saying? I'm a one man. You know what I'm saying? Band all the way around. You know what I'm saying? Choreographer and board. You know what I mean? For sure. You see, but if you don't have someone to show you that you are something more than this vessel, you see, because like I said, the first episode was all about I want to get to the core. Like what I know about most cultures and ethnicities is that they all got the same faith. Like when we talk about Allah, you know what I'm saying? Alhamdulillah, you know what I'm saying? When they say, peace and blessings be upon him. And, it's all respect. See, that's what I'm getting at. See, So when I found out that the Quran is placed on the highest shelf in the house and we went wop, you know what I mean? I'm like, I wasn't converted, but I'm like, hey, why we ain't doing that? So I started doing it with the Bible and put it on the highest. I'm like, hey, let's show you how Tommy Brown get down. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be different around this house. You know what I'm saying? As for me and mine, we're gonna serve the Lord. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, it's loyalty.
Yeah.
What's going down, and it's faith being established because you learning to lean and expect things to happen based on what you can't see, touch, and grab. Because we all about senses, and you know what I'm saying, what you can smell and what you can taste and what you can hear, what you can see, what you can feel. But we ain't in tune with what feeling is for real and what these signals are and how we even are supposed to receive them. And the brain is like basically telling us things because this is a wire that's connected to this. It's a signal. It's letting you know it's a issue here, address here. Like you in the car when it's like tire low, you know what I'm saying? Or like, come on, man. I'm telling you, everything with a machine, whatever brain motor, whatever motor, it's all created from the first autonomous machine on the planet, the human vessel, flat out, period. You see, so I'm like, I had, cause bro, like the complexion, like, man, it's good to see you, bro. I love you. You know what I'm saying? For real, I love you, bro. I used to try to get close to people just to see if I skin matched, because I was the only light-skinned person in the family. Except for my cousin Damon, but I only saw him at family picnics. You see what I'm saying? They a little bit younger than me, and his people, you know what I'm saying, was super strict on him. As soon as they found out, and they saw them khakis, they saw them rags, they saw them creases, they saw the whole demo. They like, oh no, you can't hang out with him. You can't hang out with him. No,
not that one.
Immediately put that, you know what I'm saying, Grand Canyon between us. But I love him though, and he turned out better for it. Cause he was gonna ride, and I was, but and it's like we stand out like a sore thumb, like I'm sure you know.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. So it's like cats will be thinking they can come this way first, cause you know what I'm saying. You gonna get their attention, and they're like, you know, that's what I'm talking about. That's the shit I'm talking about right there. The racism within the race, the lines that we got. But that's one of the barriers I'm talking about. Don't let the smooth taste fool you. I ain't got nothing to prove to you. I'm just telling you. Don't fuck with me. I won't fuck with you.
Yeah,
but I fuck with you though. Until you fuck with me.
Yeah.
But know what I'm saying. Now I ain't trying to use profanity because fornication under the king, you know what I'm saying, with under consent of the king could be a thing, depending on the acronym that you privy to. I ain't sure. I ain't never read it, but it's a brother of mine that told me about it. And I'm saying, okay, you ain't never lied to me. So we're gonna ride with it until I see otherwise. So it didn't mean what people think it means, but when people say fuck, then that's what it meant. Fornication under consent of the king. You see what I mean? So if I'm saying shit, just to go left for a second, but it ain't left. It's just what's right. It's all about intent. Depending on what shit mean to you or how I'm using it. You see what I'm saying? It's relevant. Context is relevant to the context. You see what I'm saying? So I'm like, okay, yeah, that's my shit. Well, that's a good thing. Whereas you can tell the energy, oh yeah, that's my shit. And it's like, okay, whose shit is this? All right.
It sound like trash.
You see what I'm saying? Exactly. But then it's like, is that a shit? Is that shit on the floor? Oh, well, now we're talking about manure. Okay. We're talking about feces. Okay. All right. So, but then if I say you ain't shit, even though that's really not a bad thing. I don't want to be shit. The way you say, I'm glad I ain't shit. Thank you.
Yeah.
But by the way that it's being said, you see what I'm saying? Then we think that is something that is bad just because we told it's profanity. You see what I mean? So at the end of the day, I apologize, you know, for any young viewers that are listening. Understand, I have no negative malice intent. I'm not trying to be foul or mislead. No, this is culture. It's what it is. I had to realize that with rappers. You know, I'm like, because like I said, come from the Break Your Tape, and you know, because it had these songs on there just in the early 80s, like, dang, but my heart broke with that tape though. Why is that? I didn't ask for that. I didn't ask for the vibe, to feel the good feeling, like, bro, like back in the day, like cats used to break dance, like you had on your parachute pants and your rags on your wrists and your head, and like bro, like, come on, break out the cardboard, give me some tiles, some linoleum. Let me show you how Tommy Brown get down before it was Tommy Brown. You know, I want my hair to grow out so I can head spin and all of that. You see, but you telling me I can't? Why? Because of Jesus? I can't listen to Magic 108? Come on, man. So now you sheltered from things. And so that creates a rebellion. Now, I'm not sure if this is directly tied to the Willie Lynch. Okay, for those that know, okay, I'm not sure. But if so, if shit was working, it was working. I'm telling you. Because it made me look at people like they was hypocrites. I just didn't have nothing on them. It's like the feds, they like, you know, no, they doing something.
Yeah, something. Yeah. Yeah, so you can't be that high and mighty.
They start trying to free case you. Yeah, that's a thing. Free case. You ain't earned it. So they took something off a cat that did earn it, but he lower, but they gonna hold on to it, save it for you because they got an ego and mad that they ain't been able to catch you. They know that you the one that they want just because you ain't been caught.
Yeah.
Period.
Yeah.
I can't add you to my list. You know, like the cats that's in the military and they or they the fighter pilots. They gonna how many kills they got in? Nah, bro, you can't chalk me up, bro.
Definitely.
You see what I'm saying? Now, I ain't bragging none of that. And anybody that had to go lay down and sit, you know what I'm saying? I hope your time was well spent. You know what I'm saying? But I ain't really all praise due to the Most High. And I'm speaking in the future, you know what I'm saying? They ain't holding on to this guy. You know what I'm saying? I'm not meant to be confined, won't be. You know what I'm saying? I'm saying never. I'm saying that it's about the power of the mind. You know what I'm saying? And I'm living in the kingdom of heaven. All praise due to the Most High. You see what I'm saying? Most definitely. So it ain't what to do, is how you do it. And then so basically having you here, bro, is proof that no matter if you come up in the nation, if you come up Orthodox, Islam, if you come up Baptist, Protestant, Christian, Catholic, if you Hindu, if you Buddhist, if you Rastafarian or Haile Selassie, you know what I'm saying? What is it? The Hindus, that's Krishna or whatever, but we can't forget about Confucius. You see what I mean? You know, we got the Mormons, and they say some other people came and it was like Jesus, and they you know, so it's all of this. Then I know a couple brothers that they said was Mormons. I'm just putting that out there, like Cat Williams said, where they said, "Oh, we can have more than one wife." We gonna keep that. Let me put that. Yeah.
Right. That's what they did. Kept some of it and changed the rest of it, bro, and added it all together. Manipulation. But look, bro, I think you got a message.
Hey, I'm ready, bro. But I appreciate you. But I'm just telling you, this live. So unapologetically, we're gonna hold it down just like we was on the line, because this is how we do it, and we don't talk to anybody else for real. You see, so this is just natural, fluid.
Yeah.
Because we don't really get to chop it up that often. We haven't. Let me rephrase that. We're gonna chop it up more often. We chopping it up more often. It's already spoken. You know what I'm saying? Let the
know it.
Forth, you know what I'm saying? Already. But hey, man, I love you.
I love you too, bro.
Kiss nephew, but you named him out there. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you know what I'm saying? My twin and me both, and we got the same homage, the same honor when my nephew came to the planet. May blessings be upon him. Already.
Hey, man, all day, bro. I love you, bro.
Just the wife on the forehead for me, man. Tell her I said give you a hug, man, and all of that, man. Have a blessed night. May your sleep be sweet. Whatever you finna do, may you enjoy it, bro.
Peace. You too, my brother. Love you.
100, I love you more.
One.